Your consistency is keeping you stuck. It's not the system. Your commitment to what you have always done and who you have always been will keep you stuck where you have always been. What is obsolete in your life that you need to change? What can you get rid of? What can you change today in order to help you move into tomorrow, empowered and equipped with what you need to actually achieve your goals? And this is something that a lot of women approach in a very practical sense, but they don't realize the very obvious things that they could be doing. There are things in your routine, there are clothes in your wardrobe, there are dietary habits and things that you're accustomed to eating that you can change. I know for me, as I approach my 50s, my skin has changed. There's a certain skincare that I've been using for a while. It's good skincare. There's nothing wrong with the skincare itself. But my needs are changing as a woman. My season of life is changing. My body is changing. The needs of my skin are changing. And therefore, I have to shift. I have to shift and I have to start using different skincare to address the different needs of my skin. That's a very practical thing. The same thing applies to you emotionally. The same thing applies to you mentally. The same thing applies to you spiritually. The same thing applies to you romantically. It applies to you in your career. It applies to you in your friendships. What is obsolete in your life? What lifestyle? What method? What the restaurants you go to that you're tired of going to? You know something is obsolete when it is no longer working. It's not declared by someone that, okay, this is over, this is the new trend. You know how you get news reports coming in and they're saying, oh, well, this is the new technology and this is the new thing. In your life, when something becomes obsolete, what happens is it's no longer effective. It's no longer doing what it used to do. That tool, that resource, that habit has not changed, but you have. So what determines it now to be obsolete is the change that has occurred in you. And if you don't pay attention to those changes that are happening in you, you're going to miss the shift that you need to make in order to create and curate what are the effective tools, resources, and habits that you need to flourish in this new season. Another thing that you can look at is your wardrobe. Sometimes our clothes just don't fit anymore, or they don't fit the way that they used to. You may be, and it may not be because of weight gain, it may be because of weight loss. It may be because you've been working out, and because you've been working out, you've built muscle in areas that you didn't have muscle before. And now your clothes don't quite fit the same way that they used to. And I know this happened to me. I bought this beautiful suit, and because I had built up my legs and my butt, the skirt just did not fit the way that I wanted to. The lining was sticking to me, so I gave it away. I gave it to a friend. And when it comes to your wardrobe, that's something that you can do. You can sell the clothes if you want. If your clothes are in good condition, you can sell them and earn some of that money that you would have spent on those clothes back. And you can use that money to buy a new wardrobe or replace those things that no longer fit you or no longer fit you well. I'm not gonna say sell your friends, but you may need to get rid of some of the people in your life. And I don't mean get rid of some of the people in your life. Please, ladies, don't read me wrong. I mean that you may need to separate, whether for a time or even permanently in some cases, from people who do not align with the vision that you have for your life. This is a challenging one because we can be tempted to get rid of the person. We could be tempted to leave a relationship. We can be tempted to leave a job. We can be tempted to leave a neighborhood because it no longer serves us, not realizing that it is not the person, it is not the job, and it is not the location that no longer serves us, but it is how we interact with that person, with that job, and with that location. So don't be so quick to cast the blame and to let the responsibility be outside of yourself for the changes that you need to make in your own life. What's obsolete in your life? I'm going to give one more example. It could be finances. Your financial habits could be obsolete. The way that you saved money or did not save money, the way that you invest. You may be in a different season where you want to invest a little more aggressively, or you want to pull back a little bit, or you need to take some of that cash that you have been saving and use it to invest in something for your future, whether that's education or coaching or an actual physical tool or something that is going to help you in the long run. You may need to buy a new car. You may need to renovate your home. So when we think about things that are obsolete, let's not put that in a box. Let's not put that in this tiny little sphere where we're like, okay, well, it's only like these two things. Look at your entire life. There is a life sheet that I created. It is available on all my social media platforms, and I'm going to link it wherever I put this. I'm going to link it, and I want you to download that life sheet and look at your life. There are 12 areas of life. Look at your life in these 12 areas, and you will be able to see where you need to pay the most attention, right? And you're gauging, basically what this is, it gives you an opportunity to sit down and gauge your life in a 360-degree view. Because what happens very often, we see what's obvious, right? We see what's right in front of our face. We're not, yes, this is where I need to work. This is where I need to handle my finances better. I need to handle my diet better. But do you realize how much your spirituality is connected to those things? Do you realize how much your living environment is connected to the way you feel and the satisfaction that you have in your life? Do you realize how your health is affecting everything? Do you see that? Sometimes we don't see that until we sit down with everything and we have a bird's eye view. So that's why I created that resource for you. It's a free resource. You could just go ahead and download it. When you download it, it also puts you on my email list. So when I send emails, you will be the first to receive the new information, because I often send emails first with new information before I announce anything on social media in terms of what's coming up and what I have available. So think about the outdated things, the obsolete things, the obsolete habits, possessions in your life, and start creating a strategy to get rid of those things so that you can invite something that is new. The newness is going to be awkward because you're used to doing things the old way. But I often say, let it be awkward. At one point, there are things that you do automatically there are things that you do automatically today that were once awkward. Okay? So don't fight the awkwardness. Let it be awkward and replace what has been obsolete with something that actually serves your dreams and your goals and your vision and you as a woman. I hope this helps. Blessings on your journey, and I'll talk to you soon.